since its fresh new website. We have made it easier to shop for the products you want with our all-new product categories and navigation. Shop our weekly specials on our totally revamped product pages. Chat with our experts and read product reviews to make sure the product you want is the product you're looking for. The only thing that hasn't changed is our outstanding customer service. So shop the all-new LeisurePro.com with the best price match guarantee and get the products you want fast.
Born in Maine, created by Alan Pugsley, world-class craft brewer. Sea Dog, now sailing in Florida. And available in cans. Sea Dog is award-winning. A perfect fit for our Florida lifestyle. Visit our brew houses in Clearwater and Orlando.
We all know how important it is to have proper lighting on any dive or snorkel adventure. Lack of light can make images appear green and blue. Sure, you can add filters, you can attempt to edit later, but the best thing you can do for your images is add a powerful light. Sea Life makes the most popular underwater camera systems in the world. Recently, Sea Life introduced their powerful new Sea Dragon lights, designed for compact POV cameras like GoPro. Hey scuba divers, go to your favorite dealer and ask for the Sea Dragon lighting by Sea Life.
Scuba Nation Apparel.
Bye, Uzi!
Available at ScubaNation.com. This edition of Scuba Nation is brought to you by Sea Dog and Shipyard Ales, the official beer of Scuba Nation. The Florida Keys and Key West, come as you are. Sea Life Underwater Cameras. Maris, the official equipment provider for Scuba Nation.
This time on Scuba Nation.
Scuba Nation, we are exploring Curacao, a beautiful island off the coast of Venezuela that offers some of the best diving in the Caribbean. We'll see some amazing drop-offs, wrecks, and local flavor, plus some other surprises that are a must-see during your dive vacation. So it's time to visit a Caribbean secret.
Who is Scuba Nation? Billy C., Boston born and raised.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Hey, Billy C would dive a puddle if it was deep enough.
Bitch and Mitch, Southern boy.
Diving's like pizza. When it's good, it's great, and when it's bad, it's still good.
Two ordinary guys with a thirst for getting wet and exploring all things scuba. We are Scuba Nation. One nation underwater.
Presented by Leisure Pro.
Welcome, Scuba Nation. I'm Mitch.
I'm Billy C.
Welcome to Curacao.
Are you guys having a good time? This is my job, all right?
I'm Billy C.
Ken and Sandy Habs from beautiful Islamorada, Florida, are our special guests. Are joining us here in Curacao. They were the contest winners by which the fans got to pick the dive sites we're going to explore in Curacao.
As they say in Curacao, Bombini Dushi Curacao. Welcome to sweet Curacao. It's a hidden gem in the Caribbean, and we're going to show you all the amazing dive sites that it has to offer.
That's right. So we're going to explore one of the Caribbean's best kept secrets, Curacao, this time on Scuba Nation.
Curacao is an easy and direct flight from Miami. The dramatic scenery, gorgeous beaches, historic downtown area makes it very unique. The island runs generally east to west, with two major areas. The West End area is a spot where you want to unplug and relax, and Williamstad, the capital, has been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And this is where we start our diving with Ocean Encounters.
We had a contest before we came down to Curacao, and we had our fans vote for the dive sites they want us to do on the show. And number one was tugboat.
The tugboat is a wonderful dive. Actually, the tugboat was sank by mistake, right? There was a little accident and was pulled on her side, and is sitting at 10 feet of water.
It was like a story. It had a couple of different chapters. So the first chapter was swimming the wall. The second chapter was diving under a huge ferry.
It was a big ferry too.
And there were tarpon under it.
Yeah, tarpon, and with the ferry blocking out the sun too, man, you want to talk about looking into deep blue water, you know? Yeah, it was really, really cool. And then we came out there, went through the pier, Sherwood Forest.
So it's super
10,
shallow,
15, yeah.
snorkelers, anyone can do it.
That's the thing, that it's a great dive site for divers and snorkelers,
Yeah.
all right? So even the snorkelers can touch the tugboat, which is very cool because little shipwrecks are normally only for divers, right?
Kids' eyes must go, bah!
Yeah, they don't love it. And the thing is that the fish there, they're so used to people that there's tons and tons of fish.
So with all the different aspects to the dive site, you can definitely see why Tugboat was ranked #1 by the fans. Now before we show you the second favorite fan dive site, we hit some of the open water dolphin diving that they have here. You just can't get enough.
We came to Curacao and we had another dolphin dive on our menu, but this one was totally different.
This one stood out a little bit more because it was a backdrop for me. You had the dolphins there on a drop-off, and what a background it was for those dolphins. And they had a blast. They were like toying with us and everything like that.
So it was like a dolphin dive on a wall, on a sloping wall, and they would go into the blue and then zip up over the reef, go right by your head, and you're right, having that blue water, that crystal clear blue water on that sloping reef on a dolphin dive. I don't think you can do that anywhere else except in Curacao.
Yeah, I really got the sense I was in their environment.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it was a drop-off kind of thing like that, and oh wow, it was a real treat.
And there was no training. It was an open format. So they were just kind of doing their thing. They were just swimming and doing what dolphins do. Just this free-form dive that you had dolphins on a wall dive.
Just get up there, pet the animal, and they enjoy it. They play with you. It's, man.
I'll never forget that.
It was a great dive, no doubt.
So not only is there tremendous wall diving and drift diving on Curacao, but there's also a stunning wreck.
Yeah, you got the wrecks too.
And it's called Superior Producer, and this has an interesting story behind it because it's not an artificial reef where it was intentionally sunk. This thing sunk because it's it had some issues.
And Mother Nature couldn't have done a better job. I mean, the boat is perfectly upright.
The Superior Producer was voted the second favorite dive site for Curacao.
Superior Producer is it's the only wreck that we have actually. Sitting at 100 feet, 111. The Superior Producer was sunk in 1977. It was going to Venezuela just before Christmas, overloaded, and exiting the harbor, started, swinging one
Right when it was coming out of the harbor.
Yeah, right there.
It's been down for quite a while, so obviously the coral growth on it is expansive, the fish life on it is stunning, so it's just a great dive. You can drift it. If there's not a lot of current, you just kind of loop around, go to the bow, you come back towards the pilot house. What's crazy is we do a lot of shipwrecks, but a lot of them are intentionally sunk as a part of an artificial reef, so this is not that case.
No, this is, and we're very, very lucky because you'll see it sits.
It sits upright.
It's upright too.
And it
All those math that they do to sing boats and
they still don't get it upright. And they still don't get it upright.
The big takeaway out of all the dive sites was the incredible visibility they have here and the lack of current.
First thing divers think about after a day of diving is what?
Food and a cold beverage.
That's it.
After the dives, it was time for some barbecue, and there's no better place on the island than Ecus. Open just one day a week, Ecus is definitely a special spot for the locals. Eating utensils aren't allowed here. The mind-blowing barbecue is hung above the table and you pull it off the skewer with your hands. What a way to cap a day of diving with great barbecue and the new friends we have made in Curacao.
This may just be the most curious place on Earth. Discover Curacao, an island in the Southern Caribbean that offers explorers a Dutch Caribbean history, captivating cultures, uncrowded beaches, spectacular diving, and so much more. This is Curacao.
This summer, experience the UNEXO and the Dolphin Experience. Located in beautiful Grand Bahama, which is a quick trip by either plane or ferry from South Florida. UNEXO at Grand Lacayan offers the ultimate vacation for families with something for everyone. Snorkel our beautiful reefs, get wet with the dolphins by being a dolphin training for a day to the unforgettable open water dolphin diving. The experienced diver will be exhilarated by our UNEXO pioneered shark dives. UNEXO, along with Grand Lacayan Resort, is the place for a lifetime of vacation memories for the whole family.
Dive the Atocha with Mel Fisher's expedition in Key West. Be a treasure hunter and dive the active wreck site of the richest Spanish galleon ever discovered. Mel Fisher and his crew discovered the Mother Lode in 1985. Today, the search continues for the remaining hundreds of millions of dollars in cargo. The Fisher family now invites you to learn proper salvage techniques from the world's greatest treasure hunters. Join us for the adventure of a lifetime. Today's the day.
This edition of Scuba Nation is brought to you by Sundowners, Sunset Sandwiches, Steak and Seafood. Light in Motion, find the perfect light for any activity. UNEXO, dive with the best in Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Hey Scuba Nation, I'm here with Dave from Cressy. Today we're talking about the MC9 Compact Regulator. Dave, why is this the latest and greatest of regulators from Cressy?
It is a very lightweight, high performance, easy breathing regulator with an extremely lightweight second stage. It is so easy for diving at any depth. It's great performance, so it allows you to use less air, stay down a little longer, which is nice for a small second stage regulator.
Now tell me a little bit about this dial right here.
The demand here, it has two positions, dive and pre-dive. So pre-dive, it will actually block the flow of air.
Okay.
So if it falls out of your mouth, or if it's on your octo, it's not going to free flow.
Right, saves air.
It will save you the air.
Talk about the technology that's within the first stage.
The technology we have in the first stage was designed principally so it makes it easy for a dealer not to have to constantly buy new parts for newer regulators. The internal parts on this actually fit into 3 models, so the consumer will have easy service. It cuts down the cost of manufacturing, saves money in the long run on servicing.
Wow, that's incredible. Scuba Nation, if you're traveling, if you want an efficient piece of equipment, the MC9 from Cressy, the compact version, is your model.
Visit LeisurePro.com and get yours today.
Welcome back, Scuba Nation. There are so many great things to do here on Curacao other than world-class diving.
Scuba divers going ATVing, this should be an adventure.
Let's hit it.
Let's hit it.
So up first on the ATV trail, we hit the Curacao Ostrich Farm.
Yeah, Billy C and I mean, we're big animal lovers, and the other thing that I really enjoyed was the ostrich farm.
Mitch is in heaven right now.
All right, I'll give you a kiss, but no tongues. I love you too. Manners, okay? Do you need a napkin?
So flipping cool. She smells nice. Hey, Bon Bini. Remember that defense dance?
Oh yeah, the defense deal, right?
What
yeah.
was that?
That was,
What was it?
Oh yeah, you want some of this? You want some of this?
What if it just like bursted open and a little baby chick popped out, right?
Here. Very cool. Pretty hard. There's 2 hard things in each other right now.
So
What do they weigh?
The makeup of the egg is very
2-3 pounds? No, you don't want to kiss a bird. There's parasites on them.
I got parasites.
Riding the ATVs was an awesome way to see the island, and we got to stop for some very interesting excursions.
Ah, that feels better.
The people here on the island took us way back. Remember the cave? The bats on the ceiling. I mean, it was really an off the tour book kind of trip.
The landscape of Curacao is not your typical subtropical island you would expect in the Caribbean. It's a gorgeous, arid type of place, complete with dramatic cliffs, rock formations, and tall cactus. After an incredible day on the ATVs, it was finally time for some dinner at another local favorite called Yanchi's.
Yanchi's, what about today's meal? There was no menu.
I would really like you to come to Curacao, first of all, because of the people. They're very friendly and they really like to make you happy. We like to let you feel at home.
Well, it started with the music. Yeah, you walk in there and they had the band going and the guys, and the food was good. I love the iguana.
Oh, we tried iguana. They had people playing music. There is no menus. They talk to the owner and he kind of tells you what's going on. So it's a talking menu, and the food was phenomenal. That's a Curacao experience.
Right there, bro.
On the way back to the hotel, we stopped at a local beach and burned off dinner with a little cliff diving. Accommodations provided by Sunscape Curacao Resort, where you get unlimited fun. Tropical beaches, savory dining, unlimited drinks, and entertainment are all included in your unlimited fun package. More for Curacao coming up next.
Join us for Scuba Nation's Amore Weekend Extravaganza, August 21st through the 24th at Amore Dive Resort in Key Largo. Stay with Billy C. and Mitch at Amy Slate's Amore Dive Resort and be a part of a Scuba Nation episode. It's a weekend full of fun, diving, and seminars from Ladd Atkins and Ken Niedermeyer. Contact Amore Dive Resort and book today.
Sail on in to Sea Dog Brewing Company, Clearwater, and enjoy some real people, some real beer, and a lot of fun. Come by and enjoy happy hour, 3 to 7 p.m. Sunday through Friday. Take a tour of our brewery to see just how innovative craft beer is. The Dog offers fun for families, food critics, and quality beer drinkers. Real people, real beer, real fun. If you're looking to go diving in South Florida, you need to call South Florida Diving Headquarters. They can accommodate large groups with their spacious 45-foot power cats to small private charters. They carry a complete dive shop with all your diving needs, including rental equipment. Water enthusiasts can enjoy other water sports from kayaking to the totally new phenomenon called flyboarding. So click or call South Florida Diving Headquarters and tell them the boys from Scuba Nation sent you.
Hey honey, I'm on LeisurePro.com shopping for a new dive computer. I'm actually blogging with another diver that has the same one. Let me call you right back.
Have a question about a product? At LeisurePro.com, you can ask questions with other Leisure Pro customers about the products you want before you buy.
Sure.
Whoa! This edition of Scuba Nation is brought to you by
Reef Safe biodegrades in oceans, non-toxic to sea life. Scuba Works, quality runs deep.
and Spare Air, there when you need it. Accommodations provided by the Cura Holanda Lodge and Beach Club. Overlooking pristine beaches with tranquil blue waters, the resort offers all the amenities of home while set in a Caribbean tropical setting. Welcome back, Scuba Nation. We're diving Curacao, one of the Caribbean's best kept secrets. The fans picked the dive sites in this episode and picked Mushroom Forest as a third favorite dive site in Curacao. On the west end of Curacao, our charter of choice is Go West Diving.
Now, Mushroom Forest, that's got Billy C's name all over it.
Oh man, Mushroom Forest is kind of psychedelic.
Right,
I mean,
Jerry Garcia, yeah, take it away.
Hey, well, you know, all those coral shapes look like mushrooms.
Right.
So they're kind of like, you know, shaped in a mushroom, and they're layered. So it's like a mushroom on top of a mushroom on top of a mushroom, and they're all over the place.
Really beautiful dive site. You're gonna see beautiful, beautiful decorations, beautiful formations, a lot of soft corals, where we can find a lot of small things. There's a lot to see.
Obviously, there's a reason why it got its name, Mushroom Forest, but you know what? It was cool.
Like I said, beautiful formations on the top reef, moray eels, a lot of shrimps, beautiful, beautiful small things.
It was one of those dives, you come back to the boat and you look at everyone has the same expression on their face. They're like, wow, what a dive. Now, one of the coolest things we did while in Curacao was a surface interval in between the dives, and it was called Blue Room. It's a cave, and you know, you can obviously see behind us the rocky cliffs. Well, under them there's some caves, and you get back into there and it opens up into this room. And the reason why they call it Blue Room, because there's sand, you know, has a sandy bottom. The sun hits the sand bottom, illuminates the water, and this room, this cave, is just blue and gorgeous.
Gorgeous is right. And there was also these other rock formations toward the back of the cave you could stand up on, no doubt.
I just can't think of a better way to have a surface interval. So the last dive here in Curacao was Porto Marie.
The one I cried about because this was our last dive here, so yeah.
Well, I'm coming back.
It's bittersweet, but it was another gorgeous dive, nice wall formation, and tropicals just are everywhere. And seriously, you want to see your tropicals, this is the place to do it.
And what I really loved about Porto Marie was the boat ride. It was, you know, it was a little further south than the other dive sites, but the fans picked us on our list. We're going to do it. And it's just another beautiful sweeping wall dive. And it's loaded again with those, you know, tropical fish, the juveniles, like the drumfish. There was one particular spot where, you know, one of the divers like, Billy C, look under this, look under this. I'm like, all right, let me move over here and see what this guy's looking at. He was taking photographs, and I get under this coral head, and there were 3 juvenile drumfish. And they have that big spine and that wavy tail, looks like a flag waving in the wind. And all 3 of them are just kind of circling around, doing their thing. And then around the coral head, and I saw the mama. The mama was right by them too. So, you know, it's just a great, great dive. And again, seeing all this beautiful life, and you know, it's just one of those things you got to do when you get here. This land reeks of adventure.
No doubt.
Of just wildness.
Right.
And it's above the water, it's below the water, and it's just something you gotta come and experience for yourself.
Hey, so guys, Scuba Nation, get down here to Curacao. It's beautiful. You're gonna have a great time. But you know what, Billy C? I think I'm about ready to go back for a little bit more fun. All right, hey, have fun.
Hey.
One Nation underwater! God, I just got the enema. I'll never forget.
Wow.
Say, horsefish.
Yeah, let's
Scuba Nation, I know, guys. It's a seahorse. Scuba Nation land, we call it a horsefish.
This is gonna be an adventure. Let's hit it, bro.
Let's hit it. Ready? Go. Except I need to be. Yeah, and so we got. I knew I'd. This takes me back to my vasectomy days.
This may just be the most curious place on Earth. Discover Curacao, an island in the Southern Caribbean that offers explorers a Dutch Caribbean history, captivating cultures, uncrowded beaches, spectacular diving, and so much more. This is Curacao.
Somebody's got a birthday coming up. What would you like, honey? A new tie?
I was thinking a little bit more like cool dive clothes.
Basketball ticket?
How about a cool hat?
A new car?
Now this is it.
That is nice. That's Scuba Nation apparel.
Bye, Uzi.
Available at scubanation.com.